Ready, dog?
Bumps and bruises, 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 bumps and bruises. Bumps and bruises, 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 bumps and bruises.
Yeah, shout out the priest in the chat. Bumps and bruises, we like the fuses. Grab a seat and hear what the news is. Don't confuse us, you know the name. We the best and the brightest in this podcast game. Derek Marcos is drizzling with the hot takes and recaps. Hit us in the chat, we welcome all feedback. Turn it up, cause we giving them hell. We the best in the business, now ring the bell.
Bumps and bruises, 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 bumps and bruises. Bumps and bruises, 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 bumps and bruises.
Hello. Welcome again to another exciting, rambling episode of Bumps and Bruises podcast. Not to be fooled with the Bump and Bruises podcast, which is ironically about what happens when you hang out with the wrong crowd. You get bumped and you get bruised. But anyway, this is the wrestling fan podcast by wrestling fans for wrestling fans. As we go ahead and just try to recap what happened at SummerSlam. So there was a couple of different things. I guess straight away we need to just talk about the retirement, or the now official as a time of recording or broadcasting, of one Brock Aloysius Lesnar. He hung him up. He hung up them boots. He said, he had something on his shoulder, and since he was a little kid, and he said he couldn't take it no more. And I know they didn't really go into it on the Pat McAfee show, because it's wrestling. I almost expect Brock Lesnar to have handpicked Oba or signed off on it, because I think maybe a couple of years ago, Brock would have retired to like anybody. He would have, for the right amount of money, he would have been like Danhausen. I couldn't best you today, but I think Brock now is engaged. Like old man Brock is a thing of legends. And I'm talking about character rise. I'm not talking about the other stuff that's been lingering out there. So, what do you guys think about Big Brock retiring? Part two. So what's going on?
I mean, look, you know what? This is not going to be the Brock hate show that it would normally be. By being turn over a new leaf.
He said he's gone. He's gone. I don't have to be mad anymore. He can't hurt my black champions.
Still mad. He'll come out of retirement. I don't.
Why are you mad at him? What did he do?
Oba's gonna win the belt.
I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all.
Dare's gonna break a TV.
Nah, man. Like, I don't know. He retired in his hometown. Who gets to retire in their hometown anymore? Only Brock.
I mean, it was quite. I think the difference between Brock retiring in his hometown and John Cena retiring in his hometown is the dates. It just so happened that it was a major PLE. Honestly, depending on the booking, this could have easily been a Saturday night's main event, dog. Like if it was on a Saturday, like if they would have had another Minnesota date anywhere this year, that man would have been retiring on a SmackDown.
He said, "Give me the Goldberg treatment. I'm out."
I don't see that.
Like I can see that. I think the whole thing with John Cena is John Cena said, "Yeah, you got me until this date," and then WWE scrambled like, they were like, "Can we put together a pay-per-view and give them a pay-per-view?" They were like, "Crap! I guess the closest one is the Saturday night main event." You know, like honestly, they should have literally brought back like day one, but have him retire on the first or something. But hey, Brock got lucky. Like it'll be funny if Brock has. I think he might come back. If he comes back and just starts talking, he has extra dates left on his contract, and they're trying to use him. He's gonna announce the Brock National Tournament, and that's the last thing you're gonna hear about it, like the John Cena Classic.
That we ain't heard nothing about. All right, outside of the Brock thing, a lot of stuff happened. A lot of stuff has happened since the last time we've been on here and talked.
That we saw Coronation.
Well, before we got to the weekend, what might in this ecosphere, there was some bigger news than a Brock retirement to some of us.
I mean, Marcos don't care though.
Nope.
Look at his face.
I mean, y'all were the ones that put me on. I'm like in the middle of a work day, and y'all like, oh my God, I'm crying. I'm crying. Oh my God. Oh. But go ahead and tell them.
Let's talk about a moment that made
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this.
You sound like
right
Baby Biggie. No, don't. See, this is why you don't have. See, this is no. Oh
no.
Okay. Listen,
I'm gonna go ahead. like I wanted to remove myself. You know what? Let's do this. Hold on.
You see, this is what happens when you give somebody a little control.
Get that man back up here.
Listen, you gotta push
the device is not connected. There's some behind the scenes. He done disconnected his camera.
Just rude. You could have been a voice. You could have just turned your camera off.
Yeah. But anyway, let's talk about the thing that made people cry. Because I don't think too many people were shedding tears over Brock. But I saw a whole lot of people talking about, hey, wait a second, how dare you release this thing that make me cry?
Listen.
Go ahead. Everybody, I wanna be taken out of the frame. So go ahead. I'm gonna let y'all talk.
Now I legitimately want to know your thoughts on it too.
I mean,
and we're talking about nothing else but that video
of the New Day breaking the chains, escaping from the circus that we all still kind of love. It's called the WWE.
But I think every single person to a fault can agree that those unicorns break out, they run right past the ringmaster. And right as they're getting ready to hit the door, they look over and see their friend with the broken unicorn horn sitting there. And he just gives them the nod and says, go do your thing.
That hurt my heart.
Every single person that watched it went, oh my God.
It was the broken unicorn horn. It was that it looked like they all looked like who they were. You know what I'm saying? One had locks, we saw that. We saw the other one.
One changed his hairstyle all the time.
With the crazy hairstyle, you know what I'm saying? He always likes to switch it up. And then the one with the broken unicorn horn had a mohawk. And what did Biggie have?
And he was thick
on his days.
And he was a thick unicorn.
Man, that one was tough. That one was tough, man.
I can say that
about like 4 times.
Oh, I played it so many times. And additionally, I called my wife down and made her watch it, and she legit like teared up. It was like, that's Big E. I was like, yep.
It hurts, man. It hurts, but it's like it makes you sad, but it's also like they're free now. Because if I'm not mistaken, on Sunday was 90 days.
And they have officially announced that they have signed with a talent agency to accept bookings currently.
Oh, you know something I don't know.
Double Vision Talent Agency.
Okay. It's very interesting.
Not affiliated.
Okay. No, that's cool. So that I didn't know. I know, they've been at their cons, all this other stuff. So
Well, they were at the National, and if I hadn't have gone to Comic-Con, I was going to the National.
Was that was this weekend, wasn't it?
Just this past weekend.
Listen,
So if Comic-Con hadn't happened, which, dear Lord, I'm so glad it did. Getting to be there when Marcos and Rand got to do their thing, getting to hang with the whole squad,
oh yeah,
and getting to do that with my kid too before he goes off to college. Like, that's all huge,
about to shed a lot of tears. So
bro.
shed tears for the New Day, or for Kofi and Austin. Since the New Day is over. No,
I guess they
there's
will
no
be
New
more than likely. They will be Kofi and Austin Creed.
man. So now Kofi lost his last name. See, he knows how big he feels.
Yep.
He
Stole
knows
his
how big he
last
feels.
name. Kingston no more.
They'll be all right.
But and artwork and design by Jonathan Davenport, who, if you don't know, he was the primary gear designer for everything New Day. He's a gear designer for
Ricochet.
I mean,
for so many
top tier, and he's worked so many times where he'll do the design, and then it'll go to so many like talented gear makers who put his design into action, and like absolutely amazing to see.
Yeah. Man.
So
y'all looking
now it's just where they end up.
Make all y'all cry, everybody. But Marcos, how did you feel about this ending of a New Day?
Everybody knows how we feel. Anybody who's tuned in for more than 15 minutes knows. I mean, they can tune in for 14 seconds and see this banner behind him and his shirt every single week.
Gotta rock the squad.
What?
Not everybody can see that this is Kofi Mania right here.
Okay. I mean,
"Yeah."
like, hey man, I'm happy they're happy. That's the only thing I can hope for, right?
So how did that video hit? How did that feel for you?
How did it hit? What are you talking about?
Like listen, okay, we know how you felt when the Knicks won the championship. You know what I'm saying? They did their big one.
Don't bring my Knicks into this.
No, I mean, we love the Knicks. I was happy for you.
We was all
the Knicks to win.
I mean, here's the thing. I've talked about this on a different podcast as well.
Okay.
I'm a fan of people staying where they're at. But in this situation, they made their choice. You know what I mean? Like, if they were cut, like if they were released, I know everybody in this podcast would be like, "Oh man, I can't wait for them to come back." You know what I mean? So I'm just making sure that they're happy, and they having to like meet and actually talk outside of the business with both individuals on a couple occasions. I'm not going to say they know me or I know them. It's just banter. They seem like guys that really know what they want, and I hope that when they go into their next situation is something that reflects in their negotiation, in their presentation, wherever they end up at. You know what I mean? Because the sad thing about it is that everybody's phase, they keep like they're hot until they're not. Like, what I mean about that is we all know that TK uses wrestlers like a kid that buys brand new toys. And it's like, oh, this new set came out, cool. I guess I could put this other set back there.
Not you said Andy.
He is kind of Andy. Like, now they and also, and I don't want to sound blasphemous here. The New Day, they're kind of older, and I hope they rely more on their creativity and personality than they I don't want these guys wrestling 100 miles an hour. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
We don't want a dogs situation. Like, you remember what is it, that trio that came in from New Japan? They kind of like came in and one of them got hurt immediately. You know what I mean? Because they were wrestling too much.
When we say older, I mean, that's a little bit subjective because Kofi is 44.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, look at
Austin's not
the
even 40
average.
yet.
Look at the average age of the individual in AEW.
Well,
It's a
that's
lot.
because AEW's got kids that are 12 years old on the roster.
But
They
you know
got
what I
all-
mean?
all
It,
the new
and this is just something that I just threw out there. I know these guys are veterans and they know what they can do and they can't do. You know, I just don't want another Adam Copeland situation where Adam is like, yo, I'm gonna do whatever I couldn't do. You know, everything is out the window, baby.
I mean, but he old though. Adam
He's not that much older than Kofi. Maybe high school age older than him.
He
I-
is
how old is-
Edge is 52 years old. Kofi is 44.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Edge went into the WWE into AEW at like 48. So
That's still a 4-year difference.
and well, Edge's body is he probably has less miles than everybody on that roster because he had 11 years to be at home doing nothing. That's not the same thing. You know what I mean? Like AEW is having people drop on their necks. Like I want them to get the Okada treatment more than they did the Adam Copeland treatment. You know what I mean? Like Okada's kind of like, what is it? About that time in the middle of the year, all right, I'll give you a 6-star match. Other than that, I'm just giving you middle fingers and calling you bitch like 90% of the time. First of all, did you see Okada was at the BTS concert in New Jersey?
Was he?
Yeah, Okada. If you go on his Instagram, he is living the best life. He's like, if for some reason my current job says, yo, you got to go to work in Japan and we're going to pay you extra money. He's just like experiencing everything that he can experience in the US and loving every minute of it.
Marcos
you
be
know,
like, say less. I'm out.
you just see me putting pictures like, yo, is he in Mount Fuji randomly? Like, yeah, just out there just doing my thing.
It's
Like,
a Tuesday night, and this man is in the middle of the
I'm
the hanging forest.
just out there chilling over here doing a bunch. But it's like I always get really miffed, or like not miffed. I always get concerned out of the misuse of talent. You know, speaking of somebody that just came from there, look at Cassidy. Big Cass was Big Bill, was a lot of fanfare. And I come before anybody comes for me in the comments, I do understand that the New Day is not Big Bill, but they didn't, you know, they're going to come in with significantly more fanfare. But I would argue that outside of Moxley, Adam Copeland is the biggest get for AEW that in terms of a big name, maybe seconded by Brian Danielson. And look, they ran him through. I understand Brian Danielson or Daniel Bryan was, you know, on limited time, but I feel like they ran him through the ground a lot quicker than anybody expected. What is your thoughts on that, Drizzen and Derek?
I'd agree, but honestly, he was one of the ones that I was surprised got medically cleared to come back at all. He put himself through the ringer so many times before AEW was a thing. And when he made that move over, I was excited because he's extremely talented. And at the same time, I was like, please don't hurt yourself. Please don't hurt yourself.
Now, Derek and Drizzen, do you believe that Daniel Bryan, Brian Danielson, Adam Cole, Edge would have had a longer career, or they would have wrestled more than they have currently with AEW if they would have stayed where they were at?
Would they have wrestled longer in WWE versus going to AEW and wrestling how they were?
Yeah, and I know there's a lot of things that we didn't take for account. We didn't take for account, you know, the unfortunate timing of injuries and everything. But it's like if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, chances are it's a duck. Like these are like, yeah, WWE has had injuries, but they've been freak injuries, and people eventually come back. But I feel like certain, especially a lot of the big names, they've come back and they've come back a lot later than we imagined. Like, take for example, Jay White. Like, I tried going into the weeds of finding out what exactly his injury was, but the only thing that the only thing that's constant is that this man was damn near out for 2 years.
It was concussions, wasn't it?
It was concussion plus other injuries. It's like, you know, like I don't know, like maybe the style of AEW again, you know, if you like graps, if you just a straight up graps person, you love AEW. But also, you know, you gotta look at what costs. You know, like do you want AEW? Do you want Speedboat? Not Speedboat, Speedball Mike Bailey.
I want
And
Speedboat Mike Bailey.
And like, you know, some other young guy like putting the New Day through the ringer, or Daybreak, which I think that's going to be their name. Like, do you want to see 20-minute matches with these guys doing flippity flips, or do you want to see a New Day style match?
You think the New Day's name's going to be Daybreak?
I mean, that's they featured it in the they featured it in the video, and they were wearing gear in the video that kind of fits in with a thing.
I mean, was that gear? Was that just regular clothes when they finally walked away?
Yeah, they dropped their gear and walked away in street clothes.
I mean, it kind of fits Daybreak. And, you know, I know you guys mentioned Kofi lost his last name, but the way everybody's saying it, it sounds like him and Austin Creed are brothers or married. Like Kofi and Austin Creed. Like, right?
I'll take it. I'll accept it.
Like when I get introduced to my wife, it's like, oh, it's Marco and Lily Rivas. You know.
Damn.
They can be brothers and have the last name. They don't have to be married. We don't have to go down some weird road right now.
But they are unequivocally not brothers, you know. And if they come in with that brothers gimmick, that will be like, all right. Like, you know, it will be so like carny and like so corny that it might work.
But they're enough years apart. They're 5 years apart.
So you think WWE would just never ever mention that? Like think about this. Or do you think that their fan base is completely different? Because you got to realize a lot of people don't understand that the AEW fan base is, before AEW existed, there were WWE guys.
True. Some of them are weird though.
You know, it's a bit like, what? Did you not know?
The bad part.
That is the largest me statement I've ever heard Derek utter.
AEW fans are weird.
But it's like
they're
not weird. They're AEW sickos, right? Isn't that the term that they love?
Do they go by AEW sickos now?
I don't know. What was the term that became popular that almost became canon online?
I honestly do not know.
Well, anyway,
by it.
Outside of the video, we had a couple different things happen this weekend. We had the crowning of Chelsea Green in night one.
Yes.
Chelsea Green won the title.
Yes.
In the same type of match, in the same way that her husband
won. Yeah.
Matthew Cardona. And as far as I know, there are no wheelchairs, and Kane is not in the building on Friday, so they're not going to push her off the stage.
I think that'll be fine. Did you see the I feel like, what's her name? Charlotte Flair hit the Jeff Hardy spot hanging from the belt.
Yep.
Nice. Good stuff.
I mean, they're athletes. Like one thing that
speared her from the
one thing about the one thing that I do like about the women's roster in WWE is that if somebody gets hurt, they have somebody waiting in the wings.
I mean, because it's a lot of talent. It's a lot of talent.
A lot of good.
Yeah.
Like, there's people that haven't hit NXT TV that are like killing it, like in further down developmental, and like on the occasion Instagram post that is like, oh man, this girl looks like $1 million and she's out here doing somersaults, but it's so packed in front of her. She's like, oh yeah, I'm on the waiting list to get on the list.
Should get in there.
You know,
but did y'all expect Chelsea
No, but
Like,
I did.
wanted. That's
I
what I
did
wanted
expect a curveball. I mean, like
I thought if it was going to be the unexpected, but somewhat expected, I thought they were going to go with Lash.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
all of you
they
guys
made
said
her-
Lash.
because they made her look so strong against Julia, which my only issue is that they absolutely buried Julia for nothing now.
I mean, it's not.
I honestly think that you have a built-in storyline with Julia, with Chelsea Green, because remember she was feuding with her and her manager for a little bit. So I like it,
well,
even if it's a transition belt. I'm happy.
My whole thing is stop calling the whatever the fuck championship belt. Like she's champion. Period. That's
No,
it.
I understand, but I'm saying like they're saying that like she's transitional, like in terms of until this girl comes back, which means that they can explore a whole bunch of feuds. And if a feud is fizzling out, this girl could just come back and be like, okay, I won. But if the feud is hot, right? Like if they're cooking with whatever the storyline that they're going with, I can easily see Rhea losing or being like involved with somebody else's feud.
I think Rhea should lose the belt. Like that's just me being real. I wanted Chelsea to win. I had other people like that was like, ooh, it's probably one of these, but I really want her. So,
So on the same weekend that we had women putting their bodies on the line in a ladder match.
Well, let's not leave this until we note that in the post show, she went in and said, I'm going to dedicate this to Michael Hayes.
Yeah. I mean, but I also believe that in addition to her saying that, she probably went to the backstage and they're like, yeah, go ahead and do that. Like, let's do it. Because, controversy sells, that it creates cash.
Which I'm curious if she went to the back and said, hey, Michael, this is what I'm going to say. And he went, yeah, go for it. Or if she went to Hunter and said, Hunter, can I do this? And he went, go for it.
Either way, I think it was cleared by somebody backstage. I don't think, like they're not going for business for themselves. Did you find it funny that that Triple H was? I wish I knew somebody that was there that we could get on real quick. That kind of like, hey, did they just not have that stage set up night 2? Or they were like, yo, we got TV, so let's.
Do I need to make a call? Because I can make a call.
I mean, because it was weird having Triple H there night 1 doing the panel, the thing, the Triple H like, hey, beat me up in questions. But he also, the man of many H's, let the curtain down. He did confirm that Brie Bella was hurt, which if you saw the spot, I can't believe she got hurt, but I also can't believe it.
I mean, we want to talk about older people in the ring getting hurt.
Yeah.
There we go. Your bones get brittle as you get old. I could speaking from experience.
Can we talk about one more thing real quick?
Yeah.
Back to the normal.
You can talk about whatever you want.
So y'all know how the show started on Saturday, right?
Yeah, we live retaining.
No. Like before the show started, you know how when we go into the arena and we get in there, we kind of still walking around, still a little looking, you know what I'm saying? Then they put somebody in the ring and then they do stuff.
It was Stephanie's daughter, wasn't it? That sang the national anthem.
What the fuck was that?
I mean, was it televised? Was that televised?
Yes, it was.
I was like, man, this is not good. I had no clue who it was. I wasn't paying.
I didn't find out until after. I found out after that it was their kid.
I mean, hey, at this point, if somebody was like, "Hey, man, do we want to fly out somebody that's the Emmy Award winner?" Then nobody's gonna
somebody
care.
night 2.
Yeah, but that person probably was not there at the time, and they were like,
"Y'all ain't got country singers in whatchamacallit?"
Oh, you assuming that these people are friends? You think that they're gonna tap on Garth Brooks or whoever the hell is watching the wrestling?
Like how y'all say,
like they ain't gonna do that for the love. Like, yo, dog, Rand could be there in the middle.
Rand wouldn't do it for the love.
No,
he wouldn't do the national anthem,
bro. Especially if he got a concert. Like, let's say like this is the break.
I mean, if he didn't, I'm just
if he got front row ringside seats, then I think he'd probably be like, all right, I can do that
for the love.
No, No, it's for the love. You think? Come on, man. You know how WWE is. They're gonna be like,
This is true.
and they're gonna be like, come on, man. It's gonna be a good look. It's gonna go viral.
All I'm
And
saying is,
And then honestly, in the history of the national anthem, when it's performed publicly in sporting events, there's only been one person that's come out looking better after that, and that's Whitney Houston. Everybody else is like, huh? Like America the Beautiful, anything.
Well,
They're
we
like, oh,
already
man.
know what can happen because additionally this weekend we had possibly one of the worst renditions
She's a
of that
child.
opening song.
You
of
gotta
all
start
time.
somewhere.
listen, this is true. It threw me off guard. I didn't know who it was. If there was a child, obviously they didn't say her government name. You know what I'm saying? So
So
we didn't know she was a.
She was
We-
a
we-
Levesque.
You know,
we've seen worse.
their names probably is hyphenated.
We've seen
Yeah.
worse. Roseanne Barr. Somebody paid Roseanne,
Listen,
paid her, and gave her travel for her to get on there and go. Like,
I mean,
come on now. It's
all right.
and it's a hard song to sing. I get it. You hate the ringmaster, aka Triple H, so you want to take everybody down. The babies, the non-babies. Like what his one of his daughters is training to wrestle. What, you want her to blow her knee out in the debut match? Is that what you try to say?
that's crazy. Listen, we don't say that. One of his
The answer is
daughters is
yes.
training the
He
wrestling.
said, "You don't say that," but the answer is yes.
One of his daughters training. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool. You know, she gonna be a top star. She
No,
gonna have 17 world titles.
I think she's gonna be probably one of the ones that don't make it.
Forever
'Cause-
seen 18.
No,
Listen.
I think she's gonna be one of the ones that when Triple H is not looking, because she's gonna have a chip on her shoulder, be like, I can't make it if I got to do it on my own, and then because of that, she's not gonna be protected, and then the people that hate her dad and her mom that work in the company, woo, they gonna give her a hard time just to give her a hard time. She's gonna be in the PC. They're gonna be like, nah, I don't believe that. Take another bump, like the Triple H video. Like, take another one. Take another one. Like her back gonna be bleeding. She'll be like, you're not doing it right.
She gonna get the Triple H Maven treatment.
Oh my God. And you know they're gonna work stiff on her. Like, they're gonna be like, hey man, so we ran out of female wrestlers, so you can go ahead and roll around the ring with this 7'4" guy that from Yugoslavia that's never trained.
Oh, they're gonna bring back Ryback.
They gonna they gonna
Just
They
march her
got- she-
around the ring and then
Crazy.
they're gonna
Horrible.
ham fist her. Like, you see, a lot of people believe like, oh yeah, you know, wrestling is not one of the places that you'll get that what is it? What do they call it? The privilege when you're related to somebody.
Oh, nepotism.
Nepo.
Yeah.
You don't
I
think,
think
so,
if-
nepotism?
I think if she was an announcer,
Do you know how many
If she
third and
was a-
fourth generation wrestlers there are?
True, but
Yeah.
this is your.
But they had to look.
your
They had to-
family
you-
running the show.
first of all, if Randy Orton showed up to you in any wrestling federation, the way that man looked, he was a created character from day one. He was destined. Now we seen the guy. Who was it? The other Fatu. You remember him? The one that was in Randy's faction with Cody and them. It wasn't Evolution. What was the name of their faction?
Definitely on Evolution because
What's the name of the Randy's faction when he was with Cody?
I had it and I lost
My Legacy.
Legacy. Legacy had 4 members, and nobody remembers that. The Samoan dude, they were like, "Hey man, you suck. You out of here, fam."
No, you gotta run that back. I need to.
Wasn't that
was a Hall of Famer's son.
Snuka's son?
Yes.
No. Dragon.
Manu and Sim
Anybody
Snuka
know?
were, that was the dude that was a part of it. Manu and Sim Snuka were both part of this, and they're direct, like family members of the bloodline, and then somebody was in the back and goes, "Oh, this guy sucks. Let's get this dude out of
Set it
here."
into the mic.
You know, like it's like they like, you know what I mean? Like that's why I said nepotism can only work. Now, if one of them was a ref or backstage hand, yeah, that man got a job for life. Like if Stephanie's daughter wanted to get into video production, yes, they'll train her up well. But if she gets out there and it's, as you know, to quote Triple H, she's a drizzling shits, she ain't gonna work, baby. You know, like if anything, would it be actually interesting if she like cut her gums in like AEW or something like that? Like if she could like if nobody knows her and she could come in with a name and people will be like, "Oh, who? Like, what's his last name?" Like she used like her grandmother's or something, made a name or something. Like on Triple H's side. Like,
I was thinking when you said that she was going to go to cut her teeth in AEW and nobody knows, she just runs away. No, Dad, I'm not going to work for you.
no, I mean, like, dude, like, come on. She could easily be like, "No, I'm gonna go to Japan or whatever," and he'll be like, "Okay." Like, I don't think, especially now, I don't think the man of many H's has enough pull to get his daughter over.
I don't think so.
No, I think the only person that's ever been able to pull that nepotism card is Ric Flair. And that also had to do with the fact that Ashley, aka Charlotte, is a generational talent.
Mhm.
Well,
But-
so was David.
I forgot about Michelle.
Who?
Michelle Flair,
Who's that?
the adopted sister. Thought about it though.
Anyway, so Liv Morgan inexplicably retained her title, but fast forward to Monday, we saw exactly why. Like, I honestly think, you know, we were talking about this in the group chat. Like, I think Triple H, if this happens next year, I
Yep.
think Triple H is gonna be punting WrestleMania. Be like, "Oh, okay, cool. You want Jelly Roll to have a 4-hour submission match with Pat McAfee? Yeah, go ahead. Main event, baby. Night 1 and night 2. We don't care." And then he'll go to the back and be like, "Hey, y'all, as soon as these guys are gone, SummerSlam is gonna be the real start of our season."
Well, and when you put that in the group chat, I was like, "Oh, dang, he's right." And something that I started thinking about was where is Mania next year?
It's in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi.
Oh, you know they're gonna punt that. Triple H might not even go. He might just show up and be like, "Hey, man, this is the script. Y'all have fun. You know what? Oh man, my pacemaker is acting up.
If he has a medical event, we know why.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's acting up, and then all of a sudden, oh man, what? Triple H is back in June. Fanatics Fest. He's pushing this SummerSlam card real hard.
The season is going to be Fanatics Fest to SummerSlam.
Yeah." Like literally, you're gonna be like, "Yo, if next year something Fanatics Fest, The Rock comes out like, I challenge you, Roman, at SummerSlam," you're gonna be like, "Okay."
But you know what's crazy though? SummerSlam tickets got real cheap.
Yeah, because TKO assumed that nobody was gonna buy it, but I heard it actually did well by the time the event hit the lights. And notice they ain't give you nothing for free for SummerSlam. Triple H was like, "Nah, you gonna pay for these, baby."
I mean,
Like,
that's fine. You know.
Which I
Like,
saw a guy who got like 12th row ringside, and he paid $350 for the 2 nights directly from Ticketmaster.
Joy, which we all know Joy. Joy paid like 6 something, second row night 2.
but you gotta also understand this is Minneapolis, Minnesota.
What is
Put that joint anywhere. You put it in Arizona, you could put it in Florida, it would have sold. Like Minneapolis, outside of the Prince attraction, I would have not known what else to do out there.
I mean, they got the largest mall in America.
Well, since we talking about Prince, you know what I'm saying?
Because
They
we
and the
we're
Baddies 2.0, they came out kind of fly
okay.
with their tribute fits.
I mean, come on now. You know that they looked at that date and they were like, "Listen, we got to come up with something."
Hey,
Now, I think that one of the biggest surprises was Kevin Owens coming back. Kevin Owens wrestling,
I mean that was
Yes.
taking a bump.
the biggest.
Like, you know what I
surprise,
mean? Like,
period.
and he looked good too, and he
Yeah.
won. And now the like I don't know if
Sammy looked surprised in the mug, like he didn't know it all.
you know, like they could do whatever they want. Sammy can be like, "Hey man, that was my title shot," and they could postpone Kevin Owens' title shot for as long as they want,
Mhm.
or they could just run it. You know, Kevin Owens, CM Punk, that sells itself. You know what I mean? That's a big match that AEW can never give. You know what I mean?
Well, and we're gonna get the built-in feud that has been amazing every single time, even though it's been done so often, of KO Sammy. But for the first time, we might have it in WWE. We might have the flip where Sammy is the heel and KO is the face.
I mean,
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'm down for it. I'm also down for the fact that we're gonna get a properly booked Cody Randy feud. You know what I mean? And
No Pat.
The Randy wink when the camera came in tight was
Yeah.
on point. That was great.
like I'm telling you, like yo, like regardless how much Derek hates him, Triple H cooked on both nights.
I never said I hated him.
He cooked, and like if you think about it, SummerSlam is normally like a thing that ends with a moment. Not even the night two. Like I thought they were gonna be like somebody was gonna come out and jump. Like I thought they were gonna throw Oba out there. I thought they were gonna throw in another Samoan to like help and beat like they gave us an old fashioned story WWE wrestling match.
Yeah, it was
Like
great.
they put it out there, and then him doing the whole like Shield thing at the end, like that was cinema. Like you know what I mean? And he didn't do it to be like on Monday be like, we need another person. I know who to call. Like they're not friends. It's kind of like, yo, you right. Like you called me out, and then I showed you that I could do what I do, and that's basically what it was.
Yeah.
It was interesting. The one issue that I had with that whole thing, because I really like how they put the mask down to represent Dean / Moxley, and then did the fist bump. The one issue that I had with it is right after they do kind of like that, hey, we're acknowledging our buddy. They cut to the ringside interview, and Roman says, Seth and I carried this company. We didn't run away scared. Immediately they take that shot at him, and I was like, damn, like y'all just
because at some point on the way to the back, somebody was like, yo, make sure you say this. I think those promos at the end is for specific reasons. You know what I mean? Especially for the major stars. Like somebody was like, hey man, talk shit about Moxley.
Yeah, and this reason was I bury the shit out of that guy you just paid tribute to.
The fun fact about it is they probably were all texting like, oh man, I'm sorry, Mox, I gotta do this. And then Mox is like, go ahead, brother.
And
like
Mox replied, such good shit.
Yeah, like because wrestlers love that. Like, you know what I mean? Like they pop each other, like, oh man, screw that guy. And then they're like, shh, like Leo, like pointing at the TV, like, he did the thing. Like, like wrestlers don't care. Like the only people that I think in wrestling as an industry as a whole, they get mad at each other when they get mentioned or somebody cuts a promo mentioning them are people that don't know each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
or people that work together and they're in NXT.
Yeah. Which is funny, like, man. And then like I mean, that kid just is a good promo. Like I think he's gonna be a taller version of KO. He actually can move.
He moves extremely well.
Yeah, they're like, oh, he looks like Baby Hughes. Like, don't be mad at this guy that's 20-something that can't grow a beard. Like, come on, man. Like, it's not his fault.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, damn. Like, I know if he was the Division I football player, because he's British, and I don't think he was, he would, people would be like, oh, this D1 coaches right now, they're like, oh man, how fast can he run? Like that'll be an amazing, like, blocker or whatever. But people, controversy sells. I even think that was fixed. I don't think that was a stray. If it was, that shit is hilarious.
I think it might have been a stray.
If it was, we got to talk. We're gonna have a conversation today.
which his comeback
Like,
on
you
that
know-
was on point.
So
Oh,
Marco,
he had that loaded. He had that loaded.
Mr. Marco,
Go ahead. Mhm.
are you bringing up charges on Seth Rollins for creasing these retro fives?
Oh no. I'm not like I am Joseph.
No?
I'm like, yo, dog, if you could see, I have people might bring charges on me, bro. I have shoes just laying here unboxed. Hold on, let me see.
Say Marcos would be serving multiple life sentences for the number of shoes that he has bought and never opened.
Oh man, you know.
Oh, that's what he do though. That's his thing. That's his shtick. You know what I'm saying?
And
I don't do. Trust me, I don't do it on purpose. Like,
I'd either
like
be
the
his
sad thing
cellmate or
was,
across the hall. Like, yo, you
Like-
want to trade shoes?
like legitimately, like the other day, like, and not, it was a while back, but I was like, oh man, like I was looking at the retro 12s, the black and red ones, and I was just like, man, I got this outfit, man. And then I looked on stock and see how much they are. And then I was like, I got these. Shade already got these for me. And I went downstairs, found them, and I put them on.
Oh.
And then in the midst of finding them, I found a pair of Dunks that I haven't seen that I almost rebought because I saw that the one of the store online had them on sale. Like, I really got to do like my buddy way back that he's a way bigger sneakerhead than me. He used to put the picture of the sneaker. Like, imagine, you know how like the old school printed out pictures that are on the paper, on the picture paper.
Polaroid.
No, not a Polaroid, like an actual, like this man, because I got a pair of sneakers from him. It's like a printed picture, like CVS Walgreens printed of the sneaker. And it's like the funniest thing in the world because, you know, a lot of sneakers don't like to deface the box. And I realized years ago that you can't just take a picture of the QR code and the sneaker will come up. It'll just bring you to Nike to buy more sneakers. It won't bring up a picture of that sneaker.
That's
Like
crazy.
like
you would expect.
yeah.
That's crazy.
So
Did you notice? Because this is something I noticed. So you know the Usos, they always wrestle in the forces, right?
yeah,
Jay was wrestling in boots.
really.
I feel like that's the first time I've ever seen him wrestle in boots.
What did the boots match his outfit?
I mean, it was white. It was white boots. It was white boots.
Like boots? Did they look like? Were they customized? Did it go with the outfit?
Wrestling boots. White.
Okay, there was probably a story back there about that. He probably forgot his shoes or left them somewhere, or they disappeared. You know, or it could even be as simple as that because he said multiple times that he carries a pair of forces, and after they beat, he donates them. Like he could have had a pair of forces, been in the back doing whatever his calisthenics, you know, jump rope, and then the sole could have came off because, you know, at the end they're Nikes. Some Nikes that should be happening.
Oh shit!
You know, I played basketball one time and the whole insole came off, but they were like older sneakers, and I was just like, "What the hell?" It's the most shocking. I wish I was prepared because I saw that happen to one of my homies. Like he was playing ball, like the bubble on the shoe he was wearing blew out, and they were fairly new. He just went in the car, just had another pair. Like I'm like, what? I'll be walking home, driving home with a flat tire, as they say.
I do keep an emergency go kit in the car that's got change of clothes, including shoes.
Nah, bro, that's an emergency hoe kit.
He got some baby wipes.
Bro, that is some shit that I used to have in my single days where I was like, I don't know where the night is taking me. Gotta have a change of clothes and a toothbrush. I've been got rid of that kit.
He
Like
said
I
you got the Axe body spray.
Yeah,
Nah,
bro,
I got that kit. It's got the coat in case I get stuck in the cold.
Bro,
Emergency.
I got a hoodie that's been baking in the sun in the heat of my car. And for those of you guys that have been in my car, like Derek knows, like the stuff that's in my car that's clothing, it's not because I planned to leave it there. It just got left there. Like the other day I cleaned out my car and I have a whole pair of freaking Adidas Yeezys in the back seat. I was like, oh, I'm gonna just leave them there because I'm like, I don't want to find the box and put them back in. I just left them in my car. So for those of you that are listening, if you ever see my car, you can see me hop out of it. Know that there's a pair of sneakers if you need them in
At
the
all
back seat at all times.
Just break in and you
Don't-
got
don't
free
break in.
clothes, free
Just-
shoes.
try to open it. Just open it. If you ask him, he'll probably give them to you.
Yeah, like I also got I do have basketball gear. I do have a basketball book bag. I have a gym bag with basketball stuff in my truck because I think like in the
I'm ready to
winter,
hoop. And then he
in the winter, my manager was like, "Hey man, you trying to hoop?" And I said, "I didn't bring it." He said, "Man, you don't bring your stuff?" And I said, "I'm gonna bring it next week." And then I have not taken it out of my truck.
Your
It's in a-
manager running around, got on dress pants with some basketball shorts underneath. in case
Basketball
the
shorts
game
Oh
on
breaks
his
no
out.
no
neck.
no no no! We stay ready. He has a ball. He has shoes he keeps in his office. Mine have just not made it inside the office because I always forget that they're actually in the actual truck bed in a bin. So,
Man, I need to work at a place that just random basketball games break
But your
out.
boss is like, yo, let's go hoop.
we have an indoor basketball court.
I haven't had that
to our
happen since I
building.
worked in the elementary
Oh.
school.
Oh, his job's amazing.
Like but we have lunchtime. But as we get older, we just don't eat lunch and then just leave early.
Yup. Our time is more valuable than our lunch.
Yeah, and even that, it's kind of like you're older. Like I could eat at my desk. Ain't nobody like taking phone calls like that, We work on emails, baby.
Yeah.
But we can't let the day go by without us talking about how Chad Gable, aka Shorty G,
Shorty
Uh,
G.
finally won his first singles title, and WWE and not even WWE. It's TKO. That's a TKO move. TKO was like, I know this is an important move, but go ahead and somebody hand him a mug of root beer and have him chug it.
And have it be a dude in a sports coat with a mug root beer shirt, and then have him put on the mug root beer mascot head so he looks like a dog.
So tell me this. Talking about that part. Them cans of root beer was dark as hell.
I don't know, man.
Because it's the new zero sugar
Ew. So he chugged some zero sugar root beer.
root beer float, zero sugar root beer float.
I can count on one hand, and I'm 44. On one hand, how many times I've been like, yeah, you know what? Let me have a root beer. Like I've never had a root beer float because I always, once you start mixing ice cream with soda, I'm like, all right, you lost me there, pal.
Root beer floats are good.
I mean,
But
a root beer float ain't nothing wrong with that. At the same time, if I'm trying to enjoy a beverage with my dinner or whatever, and I'm like, ooh, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself to a soda because I don't drink soda all that much. I'm not gonna reach for
Sugar-free
the root beer float.
that's right up there, and we might alienate some of our listeners. That's right up there with any float product, or like anything cream. Like I think anything that has vanilla that's a soda product, I'm not. Like because I drink a lot of zero products, and I'm like, oh, my go-to, like if I'm going to a convenience store and I'm reaching for a soda, which 99% of the time I'm not, I'll grab a cherry Coke Zero. I just read this because again, you guys saw this in full-blown display. I don't like, I look at something, I don't pay attention. It's just pure action. I grabbed it and it was cherry Coke Zero vanilla, and I was like, I spit it out. Like I was like, what the hell? Like I was like, this soda went bad, and then my wife was like,
so sweet. It's so sweet.
She was like, oh, it's because that was an odd choice. You wanted cherry Coke vanilla, and I was like, oh. And then she was like, she's like, you gonna keep drinking it? I was like, yeah, because I spent my money. That's how cheap I am.
That is the most Marcos thing ever.
Like.
It's just going, why are you drinking it? Because I paid for it.
Yeah, like
I tell you what, there's another new one, and this is the one warning because I've hit this one twice now, and I normally pay more attention, but in the same spot, in a lot of spots that they have like the cherry Coke Zero, there's a new flavor that is cherry Coke Zero root beer float.
Nah.
And I
They need to burn
I
that
got
building
one. I
down.
took a sip of that and I was like, oh my God. It was like cotton candy. Disgusting.
There is something, I think they called it protein water, and the flavor was like mango something. They have it in Royal Farms for those of you that are regional on the East Coast. And I grabbed it, and then it's like opened it, and I was like, oh. And then again, I was like, oh, so just toss it. I was like, no, I paid for it. So they like audibly as we were driving to my in-laws, I was like, ah.
Over and over again.
Because I grew up in a household where like my mom used to give me like homemade remedies, and they always taste like shit. And I just, I think my uncle taught me something. He's like, yo, man, just don't smell it, swallow. So
Oh yeah, the plug the nose and drink.
no, not even that. It's just like just mentally just go look.
Just plug your nose.
Not even plug, just mental, because that's too much, because that'll make me gag. Like, nah.
But we're talking about like returns and everything. So in the weekend, we got Orton, we got KO, then we got Becky, Stephanie Vaquer, and Big Cass. Do we have 5 comebacks in 2 days, 3 days?
Mm-hmm.
I think honestly, what's going to happen is all these individuals are going to start getting their vacations. People that have been on the roster.
That's what I'm thinking, because we've been running with the same group for a minute, and that
like
doesn't typically happen.
Well, we know that Street Profits are gone because their ladies are pregnant, and they're probably at home. Oh, they both had their babies?
Bianca did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they're still going to be home for a minute. And
Which I think they had very similar due dates.
I mean, they probably both did, but being able to confirm, Bianca did have the small child.
Because Derek is on the text chain.
It was a regular sized child. He said small child.
They're all small. They're so tiny.
So I think, the biggest, most unnoticed piece of this weekend was, and I said it on the group chat yesterday, we're going to get Roman Reigns title defense at one of the AAA Manias. Like, they literally...
We got this tonight, and him and Randy, or him and...
I can see both belts being defended on each night. And I can see them... Well, with the exception of Roman, I think WWE puts him on a higher plane. But I can see the AAA titles going on last for both nights.
Which would be crazy. Triple Mania! The belt will be defended first.
No, I can see CM Punk versus KO if they do that at Triple Mania, which I don't think they need to, but outside of Roman, I can see any WWE title match that happens there going lower in the card so they can serve your respect. Hell, I can see Roman Reigns going first because Take it on play. Take it's like nah, we're not gonna ECW my brand. Like
that's what I could see too. And the fact that you just mentioned Taker, I was like, yep, I can see that. And he's the guy that would make everybody go, oh, okay, Taker, yep, yes, sir.
Like think about how what? The fact that he bought in so hard, that's why I think AAA is getting the feature that they are. You know what I mean? Like him and JBL are fighting hard for that brand. And getting Ray as your commissioner, that's big because Ray's there a lot. And that's and I know he might have been the driving force in them acquiring AAA.
I can see that for sure, especially with the relationship with him and Conan.
Yeah. Also, Vikingo, speedy recovery to that man. That man is a walking highlight reel. It's just the style that he wrestles. That's 2 injuries in the last 5 years. At least it wasn't that bad. Yeah, the knee blowout in AEW, that was the one that was like, you might never wrestle, buddy. But this other one was shoulder, so he should be back.
And speaking of shoulder, we got the turn that Derek called.
Oh, been calling,
With-
yeah.
The Bellas taking out Paige, but the karma for that move was that Brie has wrecked her shoulder.
But from what I saw, it has a 6 to 8 week period of recovery, which hopefully,
Which I thought it was more extreme than that. I thought it was a more extensive injury than.
It wasn't a tear; it was like a break in one of the bones. So that could be, if she doesn't need surgery, it could be 2 months. Give it 3. So she could be back by the next PLE, the next major one, which is Survivor Series. Which ironically, I'm starting to think that the Bellas are only quote unquote healthy for the major PLEs. They're like
We only go to the big 4. I don't know what these other things are.
Yeah, like it kind of like it probably doesn't stymie Paige at all because she's gonna be like, cool, I'm just gonna work a singles.
Yep.
Like, thanks.
Paige,
Bye.
from color, right? She just do something with AJ.
Yeah. Or she could
Who's been
challenge
gone
for the
a
belt.
hot minute.
She could challenge for the belt.
I mean, she been gone since WrestleMania. Same thing
Yeah.
with Valkyrie, Miss Velcro.
But she was injured, so hers is a
injured?
little bit different.
Yeah, Vaquera was injured.
If you watch Unreal, she was like she wanted to take a break. Her body needed a break.
Oh,
But she was
on an
nursing an injury. Like she had several nagging injuries that needed time to rest.
yeah, because WWE, it's funny because when they latch on to somebody new, they latch on to them hard. Like, I'm glad that Obafemi, like, apparently he did inherit Brock Lesnar's whole gimmick because, like, if they lose Obafemi for him wrestling like 4 or 5 Raws in a month, that'd be the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like, and thank God they gave Seth Rollins 1 week off at least. Jeez Louise. That man, like, it's like, hey man, can you put on boots? All right, come in, brother. Like,
Can you put on a black hoodie?
like, yo, he's wrestled so many times in the last year compared to everybody else at the top of the card. It's like him and
Has
Cody.
he really?
Yes.
I didn't realize that.
Think about it. He's probably, unless he's feuding against Roman, he's been wrestling every week, even though he's having ongoing feuds.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But what is your thought? Obafemi got crowned. Obafemi retired Brock Aloysius Lesnar. What is your thoughts on him and Braun Breaker? I like it, but then it's like I want Braun Breaker to get distracted to the point that they drop the belts to a real tag team. Like,
Yep.
what is your thoughts? What do you want to see? I want to see these guys I'm even at the point that if they delay Obafemi's title match, which, like I told you, what did they confirm last night? That he has a title shot with whoever he wants, whenever he wants.
Yeah.
So I would love to see a quick 3 event, because they're gonna have the whatever non-Big 4 in between, with a blow off as a Survivor Series between Braun and Oba. And I didn't think Braun was that tall until he got face to face with Oba, and I was like, oh, he doesn't look small against him. Like, what is your thoughts there? How would you even book a match like that? Because it has to be speed versus power, right?
Would it? Wouldn't it be power versus power?
I don't know, because like he doesn't physically look as menacing as Oba.
True, but yeah, he hit the spear fast, but he also come off the ropes when he's when he's in the ring.
I don't know, man. I feel like, which I don't think we're gonna get. I feel like Jacob versus Oba could feed families.
Oh yeah.
Or like, I thought they were gonna have Bronson Reed come back and jump him. Because I thought the Vision was dead in the dirt, and Bronson is almost back. That will get me geeked up. Bronson Reed versus Obafemi, bro. You would legit have to like reinforce the ring.
Yeah,
and especially if those photos that we saw of Bronson end up being what he looks like when he comes back.
Yeah, he's a mountain. He might come back bigger than Braun. What'd you say there?
I said Bronson been talking hot shit online though.
About who?
About Oba, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that writes itself. Like, have him do a stare off, and then when Oba's talking shit, have Bronson Reed come out, and then be a fake out. Like, have Braun Breaker be like, "No, I was just keeping you warm from Bronson." I still think that they should run back. Like if we got another Uso that's not part of the Usos, and then you have Jacob and this unnamed Uso versus the Vision for the tag belts, having Jacob face off against Braun, because I feel like they haven't even looked at each other ever, except that one time like a year and some change ago. Like, that's a feud that I desperately need in my life. Like, I like the match that. What do you think about jumping around Monday Night Raw main event with Jacob versus what's his face?
I mean, it was a good match. It was a really good match. Hopefully, he's not injured. Because I don't know what was going on at that very, very end. But I don't know. I think I was more focused on what happened on Friday though, with Haku showing back up.
Oh, that was big time interesting. I forgot to include that in the people that are back.
Like, I love Haku. If that means I get more opportunities to run into my fake Samoan dad, yes. Go on my Twitter. There's a picture of me and Haku. Yeah. That's my profile picture. Me and Haku.
He's
every time I see that man, he's like, you sure you're not Samoan, brother.
And can confirm he did it at Mania.
Crazy. Show did. What was it? What was I about to say? So he was the elder that told them to kick out Solo?
I mean, yeah, because Solo needs to be free, baby. Solo proved this weekend, bro. Like, this is when WWE gets things wrong, they get things wrong. But boy, when they get things right, they get it right.
So Gable winning, Chelsea winning. I would put it in the opposite order. Chelsea winning was my number one moment. Gable number 2.
Yes.
KO 3. But my fourth best moment of the weekend was Solo running it back.
And the fact that they did Jay's music, because WWE has been known to do stupid shit, they would have just done the Solo music and be like, no, that doesn't fit. Like, you knew exactly what he was doing.
Yes, and it was fantastic.
And he still broke his brother. Jay Uso forever not be able to stay in character ever. You saw how hard he broke it. He was like he's supposed to be mad, but he's cheesing hard. Like, whoa.
Listen, it was hilarious.
Like, he's legit the most entertaining Samoan on the show.
JG needs to own that sometimes, where he goes up and he starts laughing and cheesing and goes to dap up Solo and then hits him. Like, that's the way to play that off.
And now we're gonna see this next week.
Yeah,
Monday Night Raw.
Watch. I mean, because WWE be out there just listening to people's ideas. Bro, did you see? Speaking of fun moments, did you see that somebody spliced the video of LA Knight going like, I know at some point you're gonna hit one of these, and then they showed a video of the Usos doing it, and it was, oh my god,
he hit it just right too.
Yeah, it's like, that's funny. He broke Roman yesterday. You see that?
Yeah, he did.
When he was like, what is it? Yankee, Oscar, like, you suck. And then,
you suck.
Like, hey, the promos are heating up. Like Like I like it. I like it. Raw has been fun. Like, and Raw has never been not fun, but sometimes they stay in like super rawness. But I mean by that is like they never push the main storyline. They kind of just like, nah, we're just gonna have segments. You know what I mean? But like now they're pushing storylines and moving the things forward and everything. You know, which kind of leaves you and I understand you can't give everything. Like you're not gonna have Seth because then you're like, oh, now we got to tell people what they have with Seth. You know what I mean? And you didn't have Solo, and you didn't have the Usos because you know that's gonna continue. You know, so they kind of like, we can't front load everything. We gotta keep stuff for later on for the lean periods. You know what I mean? For the non-Roman shows. Because I don't know if Roman is gonna show up next week. Do you see him showing up next week?
I mean, summer's over.
I mean, I saw in Phoenix, kids went to school today, and I was just like, what the hell? It's still August.
Did he?
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me check some out.
Yeah, You're the peoples. But anything else you guys want to mention before we head out?
So I heard Roman posted his schedule and he's gonna be around a lot. But I know at WrestleMania he said, he'll be here all summer. Summer over.
Which SummerSlam kind of is the end of summer, depending upon how you look at it.
I get it.
So technically, he's fulfilled his whole thing,
his promise, and I know he's going to be at the next major PLE because I don't think they're doing a September one. I think September is going to be Saturday night's main event, right? Or no? Because Backlash is what I remember is supposed to be the next one, unless I'm missing some European tours.
Mm-hmm. Is there a PLE? Is there one? No, there's nothing in September.
Sunday night's main event.
We got October.
They got Sunday night's main event, September 6th. Yeah, so the next event that they're going to be booking for is for Sunday night's main event because
Sunday.
Yep, I think it's gonna tank because that's also opening weekend for football, right?
Oh.
Isn't that Shane?
It should be like college football is Labor Day.
I'm talking about the NFL.
Well,
NFL doesn't open up Labor Day as well, or like preseason.
I think preseason starts. So opening for college is Labor Day, and NFL is typically 2 weeks after that. Let's see, NFL.
Yeah, the only thing on the docket is Sunday, September 6th is in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, September 9th is the first opening week.
So, yeah. The one thing I like about the fall is that there isn't a lot of filler pay-per-views. Like, but I don't expect anything for Saturday night's main event. Or Sunday night's main event. Do you guys expect anything?
They've been doing a good job of giving us something every time, so I don't think that we get nothing. What they give us sometimes isn't great. Sometimes it is. That wasn't the Balor Punk match. Wasn't that a Saturday night main event match?
Yep.
And
but
I thought that was potentially match of the year.
Yeah, but I like to go into any major event where there's going to be a match that they're building as something that you got to watch that is unpredictable. But it's like when you got a degree in WWE math, it sucks because you already know the outcome. Like I don't think anybody thought that Seth was going to win. But I also didn't think that Seth was going to put on this great thing that he did.
Yeah, they made it. I mean, it was a hell of a match, and they made it to the point that either one could have won, and I'd have been fine with it.
Yeah.
But, we have Friday Night SmackDown, the fallout of SummerSlam, and hopefully we'll get some things cooking there too. But we'll always be here. Tell people what we like, what we didn't like, what we agree on, what we don't agree on. But until then, we'll see you next time on the Bumps and Bruises podcast. Not the Bump and Bruises podcast. That is Derek's OnlyFans. You can check it out. It's a separate link. Just hit him up on his Instagram. He'll hook you up.
Don't you run the site, Marcos? You run the site for me, right? You're the manager.
Hey man, some people say that I do whatever it takes for money. Gotta pay bills, baby.
Somebody's got to buy these shoes.
Listen, he said, look, that's why he drink the sodas when they nasty. I got to look.
Hey, I'm if we got to do 3 takes, I'm gonna be like, Derek, why don't you stand like this instead of standing like that? You got to give the people what they want. It's all about your angles.
They get to see.
Like, hey, it is what it is. But we'll see you guys back next week. Once again, thank you on behalf of Derek, Drizzen, and Marcos. We'll see you next week, y'all. Peace.
Bumps and bruises, we like the fuses. Grab a seat and hear what the news is. Don't confuse us, you know the name. We the best and the brightest in this podcast game. Derek, Marcos, and Drizzen with the hot takes and recaps. Hit us in the chat, we welcome all feedback. Turn it up, cause we giving them hell. We the best in the business, now ring the bell.